What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Rewire. I'm Chris, and the question today is, are you ever satisfied? So this is something that I had to ask myself, throughout my recovery from addiction, because they said addiction was a disease of more, and that made sense to me. I always wanted more. And whether you've ever struggled with addiction or not is something that a lot of us need to take a look at for very important reasons, because this question has a lot to do with symptoms of anxiety and depression. So I'll give some of my own personal experience and examples of this, of whether or not I'm satisfied. And before I go into this, don't take this in the wrong way as, am I satisfied, with where I, am at in life right now? Do I want to succeed? Do I want to become better and stuff like that? Because I am personally a person who is always striving to get better, and every day I think I can improve. I want to do my job better. I want to do these videos better. I want to become a better father. But this is about eliminating a lot of the negativity out of our brain and kind of rewiring it to be grateful and to be happy with where we are in this moment. So just for an example, I used to be the kind of guy where I would be unemployed and all I did was sit in negativity. I'm unemployed. I don't have a job, I don't have any money, I don't have a car, I was riding the bus, and it was just so terrible. And then, the second I get a job, it's like, oh my God, I gotta wake up at this time, I gotta go into this job, I got so much to do today. And, like listening to that, you might be thinking, well, Chris, you're talking about not having a job and, being sad or worried or depressed or anxious about that. And now you're having the same symptoms when you do have a job. So that's why I have to ask, am I ever satisfied? But take a look at it in your relationships, right? A lot of us are looking for love and affection and gratitude and things like that. Like, let's say I, whipped up, dinner to surprise, my significant other or something like that. And, I'm looking for attention or love and affection or a thank you, and they give me those things. But, it would have been nicer if, they showed me more gratitude or more of a thanks. That wasn't enough, right? Or let's say I get a raise or a promotion at work, and now I'm thinking, within weeks, they need to pay me even more, you know what I mean? And that's what we need to start looking at. Like, if I start realizing, and this is part of what mindfulness is recognizing what's happening in our own minds and, with our current state, I'm starting to realize that no matter what I get, no matter how positive the outcome is, I'm never satisfied. I want more. And what that does is, it increases my likelihood to complain or have these negative thoughts. And just so you know, on a biological level, when we complain, it produces the stress hormone called cortisol, okay? That actually increases anxiety and depression. So the solution to all of this, right, is knowing when to take a step back and express some gratitude. Okay, to look at where we're at right now, and especially to compare it to where we used to be, and just have that gratitude, even if it's just for a few minutes, and say, wow, even though I want more, I'm grateful for where I'm at right now. I'm grateful for the job I have. I'm grateful that I'm not unemployed. I'm grateful for this roof over my head. I'm grateful for the relationship I have. I'm grateful for the relationships I have with the friends and family in my life. You know what I mean? I'm grateful that I do get a paycheck, even though money's tight. I'm grateful that that paycheck is at least coming in. When we start doing this, our brain starts to reprocess this stuff, and we stop complaining nearly as much. We start becoming more optimistic. We start seeing that glass is half full rather than half empty. One of the craziest things to me as a person, and one of the reasons I do these videos, is that I cannot believe how many people say, wow, Chris, you have this really optimistic view on life, because I used to be the most negative person on earth. Because no matter what, I always thought there needed to be more, it needed to be better, but the reality is, as in with life, is that nothing's ever going to be perfect, which is even more of a reason why we need to express gratitude for what we have rather than what we don't. So if you're starting to realize, if you're self-reflecting as I'm saying this and realize that you need to make a change, you can do something very simple. A couple suggestions I'll give you is just a daily gratitude list. Just 5 things. At the end of your day, before you go to bed, write down 5 things that you're grateful for, right? Doing something like that has been scientifically proven proven to decrease anxiety and depression, make people a lot happier. There are also different apps that you can get on your phone. One of them is called A Plan for Living, where every day you're actually gauging your own personal happiness. So let's say, you know, on Monday you're at a 6, and on Tuesday you're at a 9, right? And then on Wednesday you're at a 7, and then, you know, Thursday you're back up to an 8. You can look back at your weeks and say, hey, you know what? This kind of flows, and some days, you know, I am happier than I was the other day. And that is finding that silver lining, you know what I mean? So start asking yourself, you know, am I ever satisfied? Because there's a lot to be grateful for in this world. There's a lot to be grateful for every single day when we wake up and we're alive and we're breathing. And just making these small little changes with our perception on how we see the world can lead to a much happier life, a life with less stress, with less anxiety, with less depression. So if you think this video can help you out or somebody that you know, go ahead and share it, and I'll see you next time.